Today we'll see once again how medicine is that area especially prone to horror, where what should be a blessing ends up being a death sentence or even worse. We'll look at 7 cases in which doctors made serious errors that ruined or changed lives forever. They're human and they make mistakes, some will say in their defense. The problem is that when you're in medicine, there's no room for error or negligence. In any other profession, perhaps your mistakes are paid for by a machine, a production line, or a product. But in medicine, the errors, the apathy, and the negligence of doctors are paid for by human beings, as we'll see below. Get ready because these are the 7 most serious errors in medicine, Part 2. Number 7. Music. Jake Glisson was the goalkeeper for the Portland Timbers in Major League Soccer in the United States. In August 2018, Jake underwent surgery to treat stress fractures in both tibias. The procedure involved the insertion of metal plates, but during the operation, surgeon Richard Edelson realized one plate was missing. Instead of postponing the surgery, Edelson decided to obtain a plate from an outside supplier and quickly sterilize it in just 15 minutes, instead of the standard 3 to 4 hour process. This inadequate sterilization resulted in a deep infection in Glisson's right tibia, which spread to both legs. As they say, laziness is the mother of all vices, but haste is undoubtedly the father of all errors. This catastrophic decision required 13 additional surgeries and ended Jake's professional career at the age of 28. The impact on Jake Glisson's life was devastating. He could no longer run, he could no longer jump, and he can't even walk without chronic, unbearable pain, preventing him from performing basic activities like carrying his own children. A jury ruled in Glisson's favor in March 2025 and awarded him $20.6 million in damages. I ask you, for that amount of money, would you go through what Jake Glisson went through? Number 6. Do you remember that in the first installment of this list years ago, we dedicated an entire section to objects left inside patients during surgery? This type of error deserved its own place. This time, among thousands of cases, we selected a particularly gruesome one that perfectly illustrates the extent of a surgeon's negligence. A man named Michel Thorma underwent abdominal surgery on January 29, 2019, at a hospital in New Mexico to remove a benign tumor weighing approximately 35 kilograms. During the procedure, the surgical team accidentally left a metal retractor about 30 centimeters inside her abdomen. The metal retractor remained there for 58 days, causing her very severe pain, as well as complications. She developed persistent postoperative symptoms, which necessitated a second surgery to remove the negligently left-in instrument. A New Mexico jury awarded her $16.75 million in January 2025, recognizing the seriousness of the negligence and its long-term impacts. Same question. For almost $16,750,000 you would go through this ordeal. Number 6. Number 5. A nurse named Redondaby was supposed to administer Bercet, a sedative, to 75-year-old Charles Murphy before a brain scan in December 2017. Instead, she retrieved becuronium, a neuromuscular paralytic, from an automated cabinet, ignoring system warnings, and accidentally injected it into the grandmother. This resulted in immediate respiratory paralysis, cardiac arrest, permanent brain damage, and the removal of life support the following day. This is the kind of error that costs lives. The subsequent investigation identified at least 10 egregious and catastrophic errors committed by BOT, including ignoring multiple alerts and failing to properly verify the medication. Imagine the level of negligence. This also highlighted serious flaws in hospital safety protocols. In March 2022, a jury convicted this awful nurse of wrongful death and gross negligence. She was sentenced to 3 years of probation, supervised until May 2022, and lost her nursing license, a far too lenient punishment. I ask the audience, have you ever encountered nurses like this? Music, not necessarily negligent, but they're also bad people. Nurses who, as human beings, are a rat's abortion with the P.